The term taboo is used in common to refer to all the attitudes, actions, behavior, the things or values that can be opposed to the socially acceptable. Those are seen as things is dangerous. Unpleasant questions are not acceptable by the majority of the population. Today in our societies, we live in with a lot of taboos. Some of them based in social pressures only, or others in preservation to a moral values. And some of them are more superstition. We can find some reasons, for example, the religious reasons. For example, in a food like the pork in the Jews or the cows in the Hindus, or topics such as those related to sexuality, for example, the incest, premarital sex, or etc. That things are considered taboos in some societies. Now we can say that the taboo is or are those things that not all the people accept. Um, we say that what part of the those people population are agree with some things and the other we won't be agree with those. So we can see most examples about these taboo or cultures that are different at the other people. So we're going to see some examples about this taboo around the world. So we have two examples of taboo. The first is the transvestite person and transsexual. And we can say that those people do not are a gay who dresses like a woman. These are like a woman, for example, that feel a woman but he didn't deny his origin or opposite sex. In the first case that we have transvestite are the people who keeps his genitals. And in the second case that is a transsexual person, he needs surgery to refine your physical body. So he needs to this to do the surgery to feel like a woman. We can find linguistic taboos, which are those according to the which certain words or expression that are considered to be a bad taste or relating to substantive such as death, sex, or unable issues are subject to be considered taboos. But that is depending of the culture that this word used. One example of this taboo linguistic are, for example, the euphemisms, which are the expressions that are used to replace or the words or expressions that are considered taboo, and they soft this original sense. For example, the classical example of this expression is the like passage to a better life. That is the euphemisms of for death. One example is in Mauritius, is a colony of France with Africa. The women must go to acquire an excess quantity of food between in the 6 and 7 years old. And when they have 20 and 50 years, he are forced to be married with old men.
The women are forced to override by the mother, under harsh punishment and discouraged. Then, men are trained for this, and they accumulate fat in your hips. Is much more skin, which makes the most obese women are the more flourished. In communities like this, also practice the genital mutilation, in which cut the clitoris in the girls between the 4 and 12 years old. And this activity, the antiquity was considered as distinct to compared of the same body and become culture in culture up to the present. It's today.
Other example of taboo is the incest. That is a conduct critic but the society ignore it. That it lends to the children have psychological problems that will bring consequences in their relationship in the future.
Where the genetic can cause disease, and in the case of pregnancy or malformations. In many religions, also, quality is ultimately immoral or absurd to face reality. But in Europe, it's legal to this type of link. These are just some examples of taboo, as we find a long list of them, from people who want to do everything to have a perfect body and to families who decide to adopt dolls as children.